office, it has been bucketing down for the past, I don't know, who knows how long. And up and running. Quite humid. Oh, just fantastic. Now, it is probably going to be a little bit swirly on the tarmac because of the amount of rain, possibly oil and whatnot. So I'll drive very gingerly tonight. But anyways, oh there we go. Monday, it's almost at an end. I'm gonna have to go pick up my little boy in a little bit. Be that as may. Oh, doing some cornering. I wonder how much of this you guys can actually see. Ooh, 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 ooh. I love it when cars just swerve in front of you. It's almost like they just assume that you're going to brake, everything's going to be fine. It's all good. So I do have a umbrella. It's in the car. It was not between the car and the office, but in the car. So mental note, I kind of need to remember to take it with me as I walk into the office. There's no point in leaving it in the car. What was I thinking of? I don't know. It's all good. Anyways, we'll get this done. Now, one of two things normally happen when you drive home. Either people drive apocalyptically slow, or they drive like they're in a NASCAR race. One or the other. It's never just normal driving. So we'll see what I'm exposed to tonight. Well, it looks pretty calm. Maybe we're experiencing a calm drive. We shall see. And then later on, I've got to go pick the kid up. Zaki, my son, he dropped him off at work when I came into the office, and the weather is miserable, so I don't feel like driving in the Saxon. I want to drive in the Ford where I've got heated seats. I know, terrible, but it's all good. Oh, come on. It can change. Any second. Any second. Let it change. It's one of the most annoying things about when you drive into the office nowadays. The fact that you're stuck in traffic, and the fact that the couple of years that people stayed at home, for those years that people stayed at home, they completely forgot how to drive. You you have to spin every step of the way. Oh, there we go. Here we are, sitting in traffic. I reckon this is the greatest waste of time when I have to think about it. Because when you think about it, I'm driving into the office. We work from home for years. I want to be in the office. I just want everybody else to work from home. going into the office. It's peaceful, quiet, no stress. And then everybody else went back to work. I don't know, can somebody talk to the powers that be? Let everybody stay at home. I'll be the only guy going into the office. I'm only kidding. Only kidding. Anyways, just like that, we have movement again, and everybody's behaving. Although there is a lot of cars on the road. But, yep, my good fortune came to a abrupt halt, sitting back in traffic. Hope everybody else had one today. I had a fantastic day. Got a lot done. Life's good. Living's easy. I want to see what the Haven's done as soon as I get home. I saw she had like 1,000 pages of drawings on her desk in her room. I want to see what she's planning on doing with it. If she's planning on leaving it there, then I've got to file it, file 13. It's got to get tossed. But if she's planning on doing something with it, then let's get it done. I hate this lying around. Or let's buy a window or something to place the papers in. So, somewhere where it's not just lying around. I don't want her just stuffing it in somewhere because then we're gonna we're gonna find it at some stage, and then it's going to be, oh, Haven, what is this? Which is also something. I don't know. I wouldn't put past this. Anything's possible with that child. Honestly, she is amazing. The stuff she comes up with is just staggering. She'll blow every single moment up into something. It's just there's always something with her. Cutest little girl on the face of the earth, my little baby Haven. It's growing up way too quickly for me. I don't know. It's all good. I mean, we'll survive. But all good. She was telling me this story. So a couple of days back, she was explaining to me she she's been writing books, and that's why I was saying, like the pages on her desk, it's something that she's planning on using. If it's like a book or something, then by all means, let's keep it. If it's just, I don't know, whatever. If it's not something she cares about keeping, by all means, let's get rid of it. So she was explaining to me she has this story in her head of these two French sisters who um, live in Paris, and it's after the war. The parents passed away. They have an uncle. This is the weirdest thing. An uncle in Texas. Now they need to go to the uncle, but every now and then they can't go to their house. They have to go somewhere else, and then oh my goodness, the story was so sad about these two sisters. And then they every now and then they go home because they have money stashed in the house, but they can't live there. So I don't know why they can't live there. It doesn't make sense to me. But in the little mind, it made perfect sense. Now I do know that I explained to her some of the events around World War II, and that's what it sounded like where she was going with the story, where it was just after the war, both parents are dead. It's two sisters. the older sibling and the younger sibling, and it was just this fantastic, miraculous story that she had built out on, which absolutely fascinated. The funny thing is, well, the thing that got me probably the most was the fact that every single time I asked her a question, she had a proper answer. It was almost like she had prepared for these events, which was just fascinating. I was completely blown away. And then she goes into detail of how they have to travel on a boat to America, and then they have to get on a train to travel down uh, to Texas. And I also, was this the Titanic? No, Dad, the Titanic sank. Fine. Completely interesting story. Um, Also, obviously, the Titanic sunk well before First and Second World Wars. So anyway, if I remember correctly, the Titanic sunk, 1912, and World War One was what, 1919, 1917? Somebody will correct me. But anyways, and then obviously World War Two, that was 1939. So, anyways, I thought it was a interesting question. I mean, this is a made-up story in any case, so but it was fascinating how her little mind like constructed this little story around two siblings, two sisters who couldn't live in their house anymore, but they had money stashed away. So every now and then they went back to it so that they could go get the money. Didn't make sense to me, but in her mind it made perfect sense. I don't know, just a weird kid. And then Zach, obviously, I've got to go pick up tonight. Lunard, interesting, funny kid that um, I have to I have to drive him in a couple of days to uh, to a camp. He's going to a summer camp. So he was talking about 2 3 months he'll be gone. Well, that's just fantastic. So in other words, I'm going to have a haven at home basically because Zach is either working or he's at the girlfriend. And sometimes even worse, because then they go to the like big pool and or the public pool, and they go and have fun there. So yeah, that's gonna be interesting. We'll see what happens there. Anyway, it's always fun when someone just like you know, maybe not drag you into my craziness. Fortunately, last year October, November was it? It was either late October or beginning November. I did spend a little bit of money on this car. New uh, shocks all round and everything. There was quite a bit of work that needed to be done to the suspension of the car. That was done, and that, even on these slippery roads, uh, prevented me from skidding when I braked. So, how's that for a fantastic tip? Uh, Remember to keep your car suspension up to date, even if it is 30 years old. as I approach home, saw there were a couple of people that joined. So this was just after getting rained on with the umbrella in the car, not with me in the office. Thought I'd go live for a couple of minutes. Well, I hope you guys have a fantastic rest of the evening. I'm gonna, I don't know, take it easy now for a little bit. So I have to go fix that one. So I think I'm gonna call it. Well, maybe at the next live, because here I go. Yeah, that was cutting it quite close. Anyways, anyway. Now, just useless information. My wife was on this road in this lane, and somebody turned in front of her. Funny story that was. Oh, I I get to appreciate all of these moves from the comfort of my car, but it was right here at that turn. So whenever I drive on this side of the road, this way, I always get um, little bit, little bit concerned because you never know. Hi there, my man. Anyways, the story behind the story with that accident was the fact that that was the day I was supposed to return from a trip to South Africa. That never happened due to the fact that um, that was the day um, whatever the one variant from South Africa was and broke out. So that had to have been 26th of November 2021 because I was there 22, so it had to have been 2021. And then, so 2023 I was not there. 2024 we'll see whether I can go and visit. But 2025 there's no questions asked. Have to go and visit. There's only so much time left that I can go and visit my mom. So I have to take precedence over it. Well, I have to go and visit at least. Anyways, I'm gonna call it. Thank you so much for joining, and have a fantastic evening. I'll see you guys probably tomorrow night or something. Anyways, take care.